next ones we're going to add right up here. So we're going to go in here and we'll call this one Twitch, and we need our server and our streamer. And we're going to use and go to the stream and handle it. It do upon the fluctuate upload. Upload speeds by 3 or setting it pretty close. So if you and so now we have our basic first stream ready. The next ones we're going to add right up here. So we're going to go in here and we'll call this one Twitch, and we need our server and our stream key. And you just go to your creator dashboard. We're going to go to our stream. We get our stream key right here. Our stream key right. Here. We just need to get our server, and all we need to do is go in here. So we'll go to whatever's closest to us, and we can just put that in here. It's in here. So we'll go to whatever's closest to us, and we can just put that in here. Now we need to make some decisions. So we could go with the encoder get from OBS, the resolution get from OBS. In other words, we can have it set up exactly the same as our YouTube broadcast. And I kind of recommend that you do this, because that means it's not encoding two separate broadcasts, because one is slightly different than the other. And I feel like this is going to have a lot less likelihood of causing problems. Now you can start the sync with OBS, and what this means is when you click start streaming, it's going to start YouTube and Twitch at the exact same time. I'm going to leave this unchecked, but if you wanted to, you could do that. We're going to click OK. So now it's going to start YouTube and Twitch at the exact same time. I'm going to leave this unchecked, but if you wanted to, you could do that. We're going to click OK. So now if you click start streaming down here, you start going to YouTube. You can go up here and click start, and then you're going to Twitch. The other one that I want to show you how to add is Facebook. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll find our Facebook servers and stuff. And we're going to go to our main page, and we're going to go ahead and click live video. Now right here you have a couple of different pieces. You have a create a live video event, all the information, that stream URL, and And we're going to stick it right here. And
Ha? May rice. Mic test.
Mic test. Mic test. Mic test.
Testing ako ng stream. Testing ako ng stream.
Di ba super rare yan? Parang Mage blood.
Pero yung unique ko nakuha ko dito eh. May unique ako nakakuha eh.
Okay, pasok na. Nag-reset na.
Which one's the front?
Last one ko.
Which one's the front? Which one's the back?
Salamat mga chong. JD, pasok. Ayan.
Okay, maybe I should have got a
Tapos
small.
ito pa-level ko din yung rogue ko.
What do you think?
Tama yung rogue ko.
Eh.
Hindi ko nag-level.
What do you think? Maybe I should get a small slash medium.
Yup, yup.
Kaya, nag-level ka, boss, ano? Puro naka, ano ka na talaga? Yung eye shard o nag-switch ka ng build?
Ano? 150 lightning. Tapos, nag-switch ako sa Ice Shard after nung campaign. I mean,
O nag-switch ka agad, tapos okay lang yung mana mo?
Pag single target, medyo merong downtime para mag-ipon ng mana.
Oh,
Pero yung DPS mo naman nasa loob ng Frost Nova window. So every 10 seconds. High damage. Pag single target, medyo merong downtime.
Turo mo.
Nag-switch ako after
Oh.
Pero yung DPS mo naman nasa loob ng
okay.
Frost Nova window. So every 10 seconds. High damage. Pag single target, medyo merong downtime.
Turo mo.
Nag-switch ako after
Oh.
Pero yung DPS mo naman nasa loob ng
Okay.
Frost Nova window. So every 10 seconds. High damage. Pag single target, medyo merong downtime.
Turo mo.
Nag-switch ako after
Oh.
Pero yung DPS mo naman nasa loob ng
Okay.
Isa lang. For you. Ito lang. No? Okay. Good girl ikaw, no? Oh. Why? Yes. No, it's okay. Sarap daw yan.
That's really all we need to do. We need to do. We need to do. We need to do.
Why? Napayat mo.
Our flight has much to
Pwede
offer.
ka, kung gusto mong mag-stream, pwede kita turuan. Marunong na ako. Gawa ka ng channel. Tapos may webcam naman dyan.
I will see you again.
Fatality!
I think magandang kailangan mo lang legend na imprint is yung Ice Shard.
I'm done.
Pati
Yung Pierce, no?
Oh, pati yung more damage against frozen enemies.
Yung immobilize, stun, tsaka frozen?
Yeah.
Okay. Sige.
Tapos hanapin mo sa wag ka mag-stuff, never ka mag-stuff. Tapos kailangan one pati focus.
Yeah, para sa
Tapos
CTR.
yeah, cooldown sa head, neck, pati focus. Sin lang.
Nag-reroll ka na rin ng mga cooldowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pero ito yung gear ko, pero pangit na wala akong defense.
Doable lang na doable na yung... Paano tingnan yung gear? Ito.
Pero mo ito, right click.
Meron ka na rin pala ng ASUS Heirloom Good yan
Yeah, bilis. Pero yung pants, maganda yung pants na siya, chain Ice Nova.
Oo, nakaganyan din ako kaya gusto kong magpalit kasi nakuha ko din yun so cooldown, tsaka mana cost na lang. $6.5 na taas Okay, thank you.
Nice. Hopefully hindi patch yung blizzard.
Yung Arc Clash tapos na
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Madalas kapag yung lightning kasi kapag pinapap may cooldown, yung 1 minute na cooldown, patay lahat ng nasa screen.
Yung arc lash,
Oo, di ba? Yung
Oo.
ano, yung...
pag nag-lightning as ito ka, yung unstable and
Watch
yeah,
your
yeah.
step.
Stable currents. Okay. Dami siya rin bro. Pag hindi na-pop, ang dami.
Gagi ako, ganun ako ngayon, yung build ko ngayon, ganun pa din, di ako nakapag-swap pa. Akala ko kasi, nag-swap ako kanina, nagka-mana issue ako eh, pero nung may nakuha ko legendary yung
Watch your step.
kada cooldown, mga mana regen, mga matulog sa akin.
Ganda din sa I shard eh. Pero maganda dito, yung damage yung mo, nasa Frost Nova, so every
10 seconds
talaga
na.
kasi ibig na 1
Watch your
minute.
step. Watch your
Pero may
Pati barrier, di ba? Yung... Kasi yung pag naka-barrier ka, parang considered as ice yung ano, yung mga target.
shockwave.
Yeah.
So sa
Pero
barrier,
parang, feeling ko parang hindi kasing ano yung damage kasi walang vulnerable. Parang sa habang... O yung Von nasa Frost Nova, parang sa damage ko ng Von.
oo. Yun talaga importante eh.
Dispel.
Kasi, alam ko yun yung weakness na sword, wala silang perma vulnerability. I guess meron pag nag-switch ka na sa ano.
Greater Ice Shard. Ay, sa... Yung pag 5 Ice Shard tumama sa kalaban.
Ayun, guaranteed din itong single target.
3, 2, 1.
Pero problema din, kailangan ko talaga ng mana reduction pa. Tsaka max mana. So,
Watch your step.
Ay, natry ko.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Dispel. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Of course, nag-teleport ako, tinanggal niya yung item, babalik uli ako doon, putang ina. Meron pala akong
World boss,
kinikerry.
10 minutes.
Shockwave.
Putang inang yan, may kinikerry pala akong item.
1.
Shockwave.
Na-drop mo nung nag-TP ka?
Oo, hindi ko alam na meron. Yun.
Yan ba yung silver liquid? Yung...
Oo, yung
Sabi na ilagay ka. Yan lahat tayo na damage.
yung
Shockwave.
Pag nag-mount ba? Ay, hindi.
Lahat tayo na biktima niyan eh. Ako si
Oo
Vic.
nga.
Ako din.
Nagulat ako yun, nag-teleport, nagbaksak eh. Tapos too late na nung nakita ko, sabi ko, ba't nasa ground yun?
Ay. Nakakainis ka yan. Lahat tayo na biktima dahil.
Tatlo yung world boss, diba?
Watch your step.
Yung sa akin yun, yung isa lang yung up eh. Yung kaya siya ko lang.
Tatlo na napatay ko eh, pero may weekly reward pa rin ako.
Hindi ba as long as up sila?
Nabasa ko once a week lang. I mean, once per boss. Napatay ko na si Ashapa, si Abbas, pati si Wandering Dead isang beses, pero nalabas pa rin yung reward sa akin.
Once, isang boss per week lang pwede mag-loot?
That's what I've read, pero looking dito, meron ulit weekly bonus spoils for some reason.
Ako din eh. Kanina pinatay ko siya pero sa ibang location na sa baba.
Hindi ko meta ng World Tier 4.
Charging. Move.
Maraming naman tao sa World Tier
Ay, sakto lang sa Kerbashad. Puro mga 60 plus.
Charging. Move.
Karamihan no? Board pa sa Drew.
Phase 2.
4. Wala na, na-nerf na sila eh. Babalik na sa mga World Tier 3 yung mga
Watch your step. Interrupt.
Oh, don't crack your teeth!
Watch your step. Interrupt. Watch your step.
2, 1.
Interrupt.
Big bad bullshit this
attack speed.
Watch your step.
Wow! Looks like some decide be off to the locker. Craig, Dad! I'm sorry. Sorry, you smell like parrot guano!
1. Shockwave. Shockwave.
City.
Shockwave. Charging. Move. Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
Charging. Move. Watch your step.
I got the best deals anywhere!
Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
Target you.
Pero masarap siya.
Target you. Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.
Target you.
Those will be excellent target practice.
Danger, danger. Target you. Change target.
Siya Shaman.
Target you. Target you. Danger, danger. Target you.
Nice.
Change target.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.
Change target.
Yan na. Tapos na siya.
Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
It's howling today. Watch your step.
One.
Watch your step.
The fuck? Patay agad na siya.
Sa Sa tier 4, oh?
Yeah, 3 minutes lang yun. What the fuck?
Ancestral ata kayo lahat eh. 50% pa lang yung sa akin eh.
May nag-execute ata, namatay siya sa ano pa lang eh. Bago pa maubos yung first health potion na bar.
2, 1.
Ay, tama nga, wala akong nakuhang weekly reward.
Walang drop? Wala ka namang drop?
Wala, investment talaga. Isa ba sa scatter box?
Hindi ako din wala. Kahit sa ibang area.
Hindi ka, what I mean is, tatlo yung world boss. So, up to 3 cash every week. Since second kill ko na kaya Shaba, wala nang yung
So kahit sa ibang area, hindi counted.
Yeah.
Shit, baka ako din pala, wala nang loot. Napatay ko na siya kanina eh.
Watch your step.
2, 1.
Run. Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Gather round and place your bets. We got a new set of competitor. Take it away, Gerthok and Woden. That's your cue, red lovers. Ouch! Why'd you poke me? Oh, wake up, Woden. We're on. Come on, say the things. Say the things. Ouch!
Watch your step.
Gather round for a show of unbridled ferocity. Coming to you from parts unknown, the mysterious, the dangerous.
May loot pa din, wala lang cash.
The band of smelly
Sacred
Watch your step.
and entering the ring.
Anong level kayo nag-tier 3? 50 ba? Nag-capstone na kayo?
The Mage.
48 ako eh.
Pwede na.
Really? It's a great
Nag-capstone right na.
Anong level kayo natapos mo gano'n? Ay, ikaw kasi JD, tinatapos mo yung mga dungeon, di ba? Bago ka na gano'n, natapos yung campaign? O tinapos mo muna yung campaign?
Nag-renown ako, tsaka mga event.
Yeah, ako tinapos ko muna yung altars, tapos ginawa ko yung capstone. Libreng damage
Altar? Dami na altar. Inubos mo lahat, kinuha mo lahat.
Yeah.
Extra pots din kasi yung renown, tsaka ano eh.
threatening challenge.
Actually, yung altar libreng stats, diba? So, yung parang free, parang libreng damage dun.
Oo, ako hinabol ko yung extra pots, tsaka yung skill points niya.
Yun din. Yung extra ng dalawang skill points.
Nice. Nice one.
Tapos mo na yung story, Blackberry?
Hindi, Act 5 pa lang ako.
Yung Act 6 naman, maikli lang eh.
Pero 37 pa lang ako eh. So, wala kung gaano ka.
Yung mga ano ato normal yan, tapos sila 40. Mga ganun.
Baka.
Broadway goes down! What a fight! These smelly buccaneers are resilient, and they better be, because their next challenger is the epitome of brutality. A champion that sleeps with the fishes. Literally, the three-hole fanatic, the master of the jagged jawbone jab, the powerful pugilist predator, Trothak
Saan
the
naman
Shark
mag-reroll?
Watcher!
Run away. Run. Watch your step.
Oh shit, mahal pala. Kailan ng Forgotten Souls?
Run. Watch your step.
Ano malalaman ano yung mga possible results?
Iba yung chance.
Sa enchant item, paano nalaman yung mga pwedeng results?
Ano, bibigyan ka ng choice, tatlong choice. Pag mo. Dalawang random choice, tapos isang keep the prefix, or keep the affix.
Pero paano malalaman yung mga possible stats na hindi makikita?
Hindi ko alam. Siguro, lang may website Diablo 4CC, parang POEDV.
Oh, Diablo 4CC.
So, ko defense rolls nasa chest pati legs. I mean pants. It's damage sa vitality.
So itong cooldown reduction, resource generation.
Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
Talk to me! Hurry back!
Interrupt. Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step. Watch your step. Shockwave.
3, 2, 1.
Watch your step. Shockwave. Interrupt. Shockwave.
One.
Shockwave. Run.
Oh, do I have a dick?
Three, two,
For real?
1.
Taller men than you have opposed me, but they always came up.
Watch well. Watch your step.
Acquaint these scallywags with our heavy gun.
Phase 2. Watch way. Watch your step.
Blast these scurvy dogs with bits. All hands on deck.
2, 1.
Watch way. Phase 3. Watch way.
3, 2, 1.
Watch your step.
Acquaint these scallywags with our heavy gun. All hands on deck.
Watch way.
Ice Shard. Reset na naman ako ng start. Tapos,
Ang lakas pala ng penetrating shot build eh, puta.
oh, gagi, yun nga yung pampush ng ano eh. Kaso boring, parang paulit-ulit.
Literal na shotgun eh. Tangina.
Oo, paulit-ulit eh. Tatlong combo.
Still performing bad. Stupid. Okay. Naka-stream ako. Narinig ka.
But you're not on camera, right?
Yes. Come see my wares. Spirits bless you.
Come, shop, browse. Smell. Good fortune to all friends of the Grummles. I have many, many wares. May your feet find good trails.
Seconds left on the pull timer. I have this playing in slow motion. Speed it up. So this is real time. So you're pre-casting Arcane Blast, followed by Orb, then Lust, Pot, then Spark, Nether Tempest, followed by Arcane Surge, and then at this point you hit Trinkets, Mana Gem, Racial, and then go into Magi. So this is the Barrage Magi combo, right? And what that is because if you remember, Barrage uses all of our arcane charges when we cast it, right? So that would put us at 0 arcane charges. But then Magi gives us 4 arcane charges. So what we do is we have Radiant Spark up, we have everything kind of the everything's set, and then we cast Barrage, empties our charges, as you can see down here. And then before that barrage hits, I casted Magi. So Magi's on the target, and then the barrage lands. The barrage contributes to Magi, and we don't lose a DPS global, right? So that was one of the really cool things with Magi being off the global that we gained access to in Dragonflight. So then after I cast the barrage Magi combo, I then continue to cast Arcane Blast. And you can see here, this is actually that situation where I have 3 clear casting stacks and Radiant Spark's not done. You just keep, I think I actually just procced another one and no, I didn't. But then after this, then you go into missiles. And then at this point, the new type of missile clipping that we want to do based on the tier set is as soon as the global comes up, you want to start casting Blast, and we're doing the Nether Precision Weaving to where it's missiles, blast, blast, missiles, blast, blast, right? I clip it, but I'm clipping it a little bit late. But you do want to, this is basically the entirety of the Surge ramp. After you get through that initial Radiant Spark, Magi, it's just weaving. And then towards the end of the Surge buff, you can see I have 2.3 seconds. So I use this missiles, and then I hit Presence of Mind just before that missiles was up, because the goal here is I want to get 2 more Arcane Blasts in before that Arcane Surge buff drops off. So I cast 1, 2. And I got the second one, you can see down here, casted just before that buff dropped off. Right, so that's my goal every time on single target in the opener, is that rotation. And then at this point, there's 2 different ways of using Rune of Power. I like to during Lust because A, you have Lust, and B, I have the potion embellishment, so my potions last 45 seconds. As you can see, I still have Pot quite a while. So what I like to do is, as soon as Surge drops off, I use Shifting Power. And I don't use Shifting Power after casting Rune because it feels like an absolute waste of Rune to like be sitting in Rune with Shifting casting. So I like to cast Shifting Power. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll drop Rune. And what you'll see here is that I still have the tier damage buff, which is 25%, and Pot, and Lust. Right, so I like to use Rune during the tier bonus, during this circumstance, during Pot and Lust. And then towards the end of this, you'll see, okay, so here's the conditions. We've got 6 seconds left. I actually went for it when I think 7 seconds left on Magi. So about 7 seconds left on Magi, 9 seconds left on the tier bonus, plenty of time left on Pot. So, and 6 seconds left on Rune. So what I do here is, I'm going to do what is the old Magi ramp, which is using Spark initially, then casting Blast up to the 4th Spark stack, and then casting Barrage into Magi, because our tier bonus doesn't do anything for the Surge, or for the mini ramp, it only affects the Surge ramp. So what I do here is, I see that if I start my Spark ramp right now, then by the time I want to cast Barrage and Magi should be up, right? So I cast Radiant Spark, Arcane Blast 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I cast Nether Tempest, and then Magi, probably point with my mouse. Magi is coming up. I'm a little early, so I had to wait the, half a global. Ideally, I should have held my rune another global, because if you look, I lose the rune buff right before I cast. Right before I cast Barrage, I lose the rune buff. But if I had waited just a little bit, then I could have had the 4th Spark stack and the tier bonus and rune and pot for that Barrage, because if you remember, Barrage snapshots. So even if I'm 40 yards away and I wait to cast that Magi until the Barrage gets right next to the target, it will still benefit from all of these damage buffs. And then that overlap right there, trying to get Magi cast right as your tier buff is dropping off, that seems to be about where the cadence is for the single target rotation and rotating your cooldown. Then at this point, it's Nether Precision Weaving. And then I clipped that one a little early because I was trying to take advantage of my pot. See how my pot was starting to drop off? I keep pointing my finger on my mouse. Boom! So it hit just before the pot drops off. And then the filler in between ramps is pretty much this. I have a lot of mastery, so I don't generally run out of mana. But when you get to this point where you're running out of mana and you're coming up on a ramp, that's when it's time to start keeping Nether Tempest up. You want to cast Ice Nova or Fire Blast. Nether Tempest makes a good filler because it's, like I said earlier, it is a DPS increase technically to keep it up at all times. But yeah, and then so this is an example of what I do with my Surge ramp outside of Lust. So I don't use Rune directly after Surge during the tier bonus outside of Lust. It makes more sense to me. Here, I'll just show you. So we get through here. And then, well, it overlaps, right? But I'm not dropping it immediately after. I like to do the same shifting power. And then I waited, I casted missiles because I wanted to wait a little bit for the cast rune. So Spark, Rune, and now I'm doing the Spark ramp because I have the tier bonus, Rune, and then it's gonna go into the 4th overlap there. All right, so AoE rotation. This is if I had prepped properly with my 4 arcane charges in the previous pull. This is what running in would look like. Okay, so Radiant Spark, Arcane Surge, and for AoE, you want to cast Nether Tempest after Arcane Surge, and the reason for that is because Nether Tempest has I believe it's 12-second duration, so it's the same duration as Magi, and because of what I said earlier about how it double ticks Arcane Echo is an AoE prop, and so Nether Tempest gains huge value in AoE because of how frequently it causes Arcane Echo to tick. So you want to cast Nether Tempest after Surge so you get more of the buff up during Magi. So Arcane Surge, I hit Mana Gem and Nether Tempest, and then Barrage, Magi combo. Right? And then Arcane Blast, and the reason for Arcane Blast in this situation is because of Harmonic Echo. Each one of these direct Arcane Blasts are proccing for AoE damage off of my Radiant Spark target. Right? And then I get to the 4th Spark stack, and this was the situation that I was talking about earlier. You just, to reiterate, you just want to make sure that in this circumstance, while this blast is casting, you're not pressing Barrage. Because if you press Barrage right here, it will only give you the 30% buff, not the 40% buff. So then I cast Barrage, and then since this is AoE, I do Orb, Barrage, Orb, and then Missiles. And then I like to send a Barrage into Magi right at the end. I try to send as many 4-charge Barrages into Magi as I can. So what I'll do is until my last Arcane Orb, so that ramp is the same every time, but once I've used my last Arcane Orb and I have my last set of like 4 charges without having to cast Arcane Explosion 4 times to build them back up, with Magi up, I'll do Arcane Blasts, Arcane Missiles, you know, usually you'll have clear casting procs to work with, which are really good for burst AoE, thanks to Arcane Echo. But then right as Magi ends, again, because Magi pops for AoE damage as well, it makes sense to me to send that Barrage into Magi, which leaves you with a little bit of an awkward tail of Arcane Surge, as you can see. But Arcane Explosion hits pretty hard anyways, so that rotation's been working for me so far. And then this is the filler. So the main difference between Arcane Harmony and the Mana Gem playstyle is, as you saw there, I used my clear casting proc on Arcane Explosion. So you want to do that on 3+ targets for Mana Gem. All right, so at this point,